On May 8, 2025, at approximately 12:45 p.m., a Wetzel County Sheriff's deputy attempted a traffic stop on West Virginia Route 20 after observing a Harley-Davidson motorcycle without a license plate carrying a passenger. The driver failed to yield, initiating a pursuit that crossed into Harrison County through Wallace. The motorcyclist continued fleeing at high speeds, refusing to stop for law enforcement. A routine traffic stop for a missing plate turned into a deadly pursuit when the driver chose to run, because apparently a license plate is just a suggestion. During the pursuit, the driver, later identified as 37-year-old Nicholas Littleton, lost control of the motorcycle while attempting to flee and struck a guardrail. The impact was fatal, killing both Littleton and his passenger, 29-year-old Michaela Collins, who were pronounced dead at the scene. The pursuit came to a tragic end on the side of the roadway. Spoiler alert, running from cops over a missing plate doesn't end well. This idiot traded a traffic ticket for a one-way trip to the morgue and took his passenger with him.
Stay wrecked out. There's just gonna be... You got another way to go? Is that best if you could just wait till another unit gets here and just stop traffic down here? If you just want to figure out how to turn around somewhere? Because I just don't want too many people seeing this, you know what I mean? Yeah. So if you want to go around the turn here and see if you can just stop traffic for me, I appreciate it. They're on their way here from Paulson, so...
Littleton had been charged with more than 30 prior crimes since 2007, including domestic assault and battery, violating a protective order, multiple drug offenses, DUI involving injury, grand theft, receiving stolen goods, burglary, escape from custody, and fleeing. His long history of violent and reckless behavior ultimately led to this fatal pursuit. With 30-plus prior charges, you'd think this guy would have learned that running from police is a losing game. Guess he needed one final lesson, and unfortunately, his passenger had to learn it with him.
1080. AXX551.
On March 2nd, 2025, the Wisconsin State Patrol received a complaint about a vehicle driving 140 miles per hour and passing cars on the median and shoulder. A trooper soon clocked a matching vehicle at 110 miles per hour on the opposite side of the highway. An Iowa County deputy spotted the Lexus approaching, clocked it at 120 miles per hour, and initiated a pursuit. The driver, later identified as Bo, repeatedly slowed as if to stop before accelerating erratically again, reaching speeds of 135 miles per hour.
Operator, increasing speed, traffic lights, coming up to we're signaling the fast lane.
AXX 5516. Speeds 113.
Near the 65 exit, Bo lost control, sending the Lexus airborne and flipping violently. The vehicle disappeared from view, leaving officers to search frantically. The trooper found the car upside down with no response inside. A 200-yard debris field marked the path of destruction. A drone eventually located Bo's body approximately 20 yards from the wreckage, ejected and deceased. Bo's grand finale involved flight, flipping, and a 200-yard debris field. Unfortunately, he forgot to stick the landing. Spoiler, he didn't walk away from this one.
Vehicle lost control, 1050 into the right ditch. Multiple rolls.
1050 right ditch, multiple roads.
I can't hear what you say. Yeah.
Might be a silly question, but he's not trapped.
You guys want to hang back too? I just don't know what.
Hang back. Got it.
If you hit my hand, I'll be upset.
That might be easier.
Yeah.
You're in the car. Make yourself known.
Yep.
EMS pronounced Bo deceased at the scene. Investigators recovered his Wisconsin driver's license, a black wallet, and a prescription pill bottle scattered among the debris. It was confirmed that Bo was the sole occupant of the vehicle. Bo's ID was found in the debris, but sadly his common sense was never located. Another idiot learns that 135 miles per hour doesn't end well. Lesson learned too late.
Failed to stop commercial Texas silence. Mechanics lead.
26 is copy, Evan. Where does that vehicle come back to?
On April 20th, 2025, in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, a 13-year-old foster child was reported missing after running away from her residence. Deputies searched for over 30 minutes before spotting a vehicle driving with only daytime running lights nearby. Suspecting an unrelated drunk driver, they initiated a traffic stop, unaware the driver was the missing teen. The vehicle fled, and a trooper refused to pursue, stating over the radio it might be a juvenile. A 13-year-old girl desperate to get home stole a car and led police on a chase because apparently running away from foster care wasn't dramatic enough.
Grabbing the oncoming traffic lane.
10-4 oncoming traffic lanes at 131.
Very reckless driving.
Speeds are about 90 plus miles an hour.
10-4 plus 90 miles an hour. We are passing with L-type 1.
Still no headlights on the vehicle. No traffic out here yet. Station 1050, 1050.
1050, you're plotting at County Road 11.
The vehicle reached speeds over 90 miles per hour, driving into oncoming traffic before losing control and rolling multiple times. Officers found the driver, 13-year-old Angelica Bell's Renee Bryan, unconscious with heavy bleeding and no pulse. Despite frantic efforts to resuscitate her, she died at the scene. A football helmet from the vehicle's owner was found in the debris. A joyride that started with stolen keys ended with a 13-year-old girl dead in a rolled car. Spoiler alert, this wasn't worth it.
Oh, we're gonna get them out of here, you guys.
We're gonna want fire, I think.
742 station. You start fire, we're gonna do next station.
10-4.
Moving at all.
Maybe they can call it auto launch too if possible.
Yeah.
10-4 should just use the intersection there at County Road 11. A lot of blood, fellas. A lot of blood. We're not going to be able to get in there.
Can we get this open? It's open.
They still got the door open. Heavy bleeding. Just trying to get in there. 10-4 doors open, heavy bleeding.
135. Let's see here. We need to get in there.
We gotta get somebody in there. Yep.
Oh, God. Doesn't look like there's any breathing. Break out this glass right here and all.
What about the windshield?
Yeah, the windshield.
Where's the Halley? Trev, you got that Halley? It's right here.
Investigators discovered Bells had stolen her neighbor's car keys after entering their unlocked home, likely trying to return to her family. The BCA determined the deputies' actions were reasonable, concluding Bell's death resulted from her own decisions, including no seatbelt and no brakes before the crash. Despite a trooper's warning about a possible juvenile driver, the pursuit continued. Bell's family posted a GoFundMe for funeral expenses, still active at the time of this video. A 13-year-old girl, a stolen car, and a fatal crash, her family is left grieving. And the only lesson learned is that running from police never ends well, no matter how old you are. On May 10th, 2024, at approximately 10:53 a.m., an officer parked at a BP gas station on Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway observed a red Dodge Ram TRX with illegal window tint. The vehicle left a Chevron station and traveled south on Bolton Road at a high rate of speed. The officer followed, initially unsure if the driver was aware of his presence, before notifying Troop C Communications that he was in an active pursuit. A window tint violation seems minor, until the driver decides to run and turns a ticket into a tragedy.
These police, right? See State Patrol? Look, when State Patrol wants you, the difference between them and a regular county cop, APD, if they looking for you and they want to fuck with you, or they trying to, harass you, they'll go park in the corner somewhere. They go park somewhere and wait till you pull out. State Patrol, them niggas are gonna ambush you immediately. Now, I ain't do shit, but just the sight of them niggas just give me chills. But see, from right here, I can eat their ass straight up.
As the officer navigated sharp curves and residential traffic, he encountered a silver SUV blocking both lanes. After maneuvering around it, he discovered the red Dodge had crashed and was disabled. The driver, still strapped in his seatbelt, was unresponsive with blood coming from his head and ear. The driver's seat had been partially torn from the cab, and the officer could not render aid due to the severity of injuries. A high-speed chase through residential streets ended in a catastrophic crash. The driver's seat ripped from the cab and his life slipping away.
Looks like maybe Martin Luther King and Bolton Road.
Have you called 888?
713 Atlanta. 713. Go ahead and start EMS and search.
Well, I have gone over your last one and I have that.
586 Bolton Road. 586 Bolton Road.
It's on 586 Bolton Road.
Yeah.
Sir? On hour 713. It's going to be a confirmed from APS.
The driver was identified as Kwan Tucker of Atlanta, who had an active warrant for shoplifting out of Douglas County. During a vehicle inventory, officers found a backpack containing a Kel-Tec pistol with no serial number, 2 small bags of suspected crack cocaine, and personal items. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office recovered Tucker's body, and the vehicle was towed from the scene. Douglas County was notified of Tucker's death and outstanding warrants: a warrant for shoplifting, a gun with no serial number, and drugs in his backpack. Tucker's deadly decision to flee ensured he'd never see a courtroom again. On March 2nd, 2025, the Wisconsin State Patrol received a complaint about a vehicle driving 140 miles per hour and passing cars on the median and shoulder. A trooper soon clocked a matching vehicle at 110 miles per hour on the opposite side of the highway. An Iowa County deputy spotted the Lexus approaching, clocked it at 120 miles per hour, and initiated a pursuit. The driver, later identified as Bo, repeatedly slowed as if to stop before accelerating erratically again, reaching speeds of 135 miles per hour. When your life goal is to be a human missile, I guess 140 miles per hour on a public highway makes perfect sense. Until it doesn't.
1037. I-65 north, just past the solar farm. Speed's 130, trying to catch up. Reading stops, failure to maintain lane. Adam George Edwards, 10 Union. Adam George Edwards, get you. We're turning on Bel Air cut off.
Near the 65 exit, Bo lost control, sending the Lexus airborne and flipping violently. The vehicle disappeared from view, leaving officers to search frantically. The trooper found the car upside down with no response inside. A 200-yard debris field marked the path of destruction. A drone eventually located Bo's body approximately 20 yards from the wreckage, ejected and deceased. Bo's grand finale involved flight, flipping, and a 200-yard debris field. Unfortunately, he forgot to stick the landing. Spoiler, he didn't walk away from this one.
I just dropped my trail at the gate, and I'll be you know what? 10 for 30 oh, 9 out.
Driver! Driver!
Alright. I don't see him anywhere. If he got ejected, he's going to be over there on that other side of the field. Is the car clear?
Clear.
Okay. Alright, let's act as though he got ejected. We need to cross this ditch somehow.
EMS pronounced Bo deceased at the scene. Investigators recovered his Wisconsin driver's license, a black wallet, and a prescription pill bottle scattered among the debris. It was confirmed that Bo was the sole occupant of the vehicle. Bo's ID was found in the debris, but sadly, his common sense was never located. Another idiot learns that 135 miles per hour doesn't end well. Lesson learned too late. On March 22, 2025 in Bryan County, Georgia, a deputy observed a white BMW M3 speeding down Highway 144 at 72 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. After confirming the speed with radar, the deputy attempted a traffic stop, but the driver fled westbound at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. The BMW weaved through traffic, drove into oncoming lanes, and forced other vehicles off the roadway. A 19-year-old in a BMW thought he could outrun the law, but all he did was speed toward his own destruction. The pursuit continued onto Harris Trail, where speeds reached 120 miles per hour. While navigating S-curves near Great Ogeechee Road, the BMW lost traction and collided with a 2023 Chevrolet Equinox driven by Miss M. Stevens. The BMW then struck multiple trees and burst into flames. Deputies and Good Samaritans rescued Stevens from her vehicle, and she was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver, identified as 19-year-old Jimmy, was pronounced deceased at the scene. A fiery crash ended the chase. One driver walked away, while the other learned too late that 120 miles per hour comes with a deadly price.
Two vehicles, get TSD en route. I need fire. I need fire. In traffic.
I'm showing you at the corner of Pears and Parkfield. Vehicle on fire, vehicle on fire.
The GSP accident reconstruction team processed the scene, and the case was officially closed due to the death of the suspect. Had Jimmy survived, he would have faced charges including speeding, reckless driving, and felony fleeing. The coroner later described his injuries as not compatible with life. A 19-year-old with a fast car and a reckless decision is now a sobering reminder that running from police can cost you everything, including your life.